So last class we had a discussion on planning, organizing, directing, and organizing all these things. So today we have a discussion whether management is an art, science. How do we decide the management concepts? So we have studied all these concepts, areas of management, the importance of a management. The scope of a management. We have gone through the various characteristics of a management. So finally, we have gone through all these things: planning, organizing, staffing. So planning in not in detail, but overall, with the point of view, what is the planning? So I said it is same as if like a requirement gathering and what has to be done, when and how it has to be done. These three things will be discussed here. Organizing. So it is organizing about the man, money, machine, material. So you could see here all these things: personal, raw material, tools, and the capital. So the requirement is being organized in a systematic way in order to proceed further to achieve the organizational objective. And staffing, the staffing basically we have skilled person. So organizing the skilled person with respect to the uh, raw materials, machine, and giving a training to the individual for a specific function. So staffing includes several things such as providing the promotions, appraisals, career advancements, and imparting the skills, new skills. So when I talk about the directing, so it involves many things such as motivation. So motivation in the last I said it could be financial or non-financial. So when you speak about direction, so how do you provide motivation or a direction? So it is with respect to communication, right? So leadership and motivation. So motivation, as I said, it is a part of direction. And motivation, it is not mandatory that only with respect to the money you provide a motivation, that is by giving the increments and all. It could be non-financial also. So the last, when we say controlling, it is like a validation. So you test with the respect to the test cases, whether the requirement has been satisfied or not, whether the objective has been achieved or not, the assigned responsibility to the different groups. What is the target? Same as if like when a project manager reviews through his peers, like through a team lead. So below him, we have a team members, we have a SSCs, then we have a software engineers. So a review feedback will be taken about the assigned responsibility and the status of the responsibility. So it is one of the way of measuring and correcting the activities of the subordinates. If at all, if the status of the work has not been updated or not reached the mark, it has to be tracked through in such a way that it should be achieved in a given target time. So same thing I said, checking the work in accordance with the plan. So in the planning, we have defined when, how, right? At what time the goal has to be achieved, which resources has to be used. So in case of controlling, everything will be measured in the sense, given objective, in order to achieve the given objective, so what is the time duration was given, whether the effective utilization of the time was being taken to achieve the goal, and correcting the activities. Overall, whether our plan was successful, or else is it going successfully in accordance with the plan. So that is being verified here in the case of controlling. So this is the overall picture. How does the flow of management cycle? We have planning, organizing, we have planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So after controlling again, back again, the cycle repeats to the planning. So you know it. How is it possible? It is same as if like when you do software validation with the respect to the test cases, there you find whether the software is satisfied this requirement, whether it has reached the requirement and all. If it not, what do you do? Again, you review the product, right? You try to change the code of the product to see that what all the flaws in the case of validation has to be corrected. So again, here also after controlling, if any one of the plan has not been succeeded with respect to the time, back again the same process repeats with respect to the planning. New planning will be done. The process repeats. Finally, it is at the end, the controlling, we do monitor it and we'll try to complete the cycle. So let me discuss next whether management is a science, art, or a profession. So there is no proper conclusion to say that whether it is a management is a science, art, or a profession. So when I say management, whether it is a science, so for the discussion, when I say management is a science, how do you say that? In what discipline you say it is a science? Whether we use a certain laboratories to say that it is a science? Definitely not. So basically, in the scientific way, we could say that we have methods of inquiry. Usually there is a concept of analysis. Is it or not? Same as if like in the requirement gathering, we do start with the goal. Always the results are cumulative and communicable. In this case, coordination means finally, sorry, controlling. When I say controlling, I said, how do you control? You track through all the information. That is, you analyze the information back again from planning, organizing, staffing. And if the objective is not achieved, again, you go back to the planning, new planning is done. So in that sense, I would say the results are cumulative and communicable. Is it or not? That is the basic scientific informations. Usually science means you have certain calculations. So scientific information such as raw data is finally ordered and it is analyzed with the help of statistical tools. So usually the communication of the results here permits repetition of the study. For example, in the controlling, if some object is not been achieved, that result permits the repetition. In my sense, the science is cumulative, right? So based on the definition, whether management is a science, we presume that management is also a science, because a science word is used to denote two types of systematic knowledge. That is quite natural and somewhat mathematical. So in one more example, so if you consider a physics, we say various factors, that is heat on density of air, or other factors, that is holding of the humidity factor, the constant factors. But same thing is not possible in the management, where we have to study a man and many factors affecting him. Usually in management, we get only a rough idea of the relationship between the manager and his peers, or I would say the relation between the two. So similarly, the discussion is when you say management is an art, definitely even management is a part of art. Usually it is the definition itself we started with. It is the art of getting things done through the others, right? It is the art of getting things done through the people in dynamic and mostly the repetitive situations. Whether it is a firm, a factory, or a farm, the resources of the four M's, that is men, machine, money, material, have to be coordinated against several constraints to achieve the given objective, starting from the basic objective, that is a survival in the market in the most efficient manner. Is it or not? Whether you consider a big firm or small firm, so all these four M's, man, machine, material, money, have to be coordinated. If there is no coordination between these four, definitely you cannot achieve the objective. In fact, the manager has to constantly analyze the existing situation. In the case of problem, he has to think of an alternative. He need to coordinate and control, and he may have to evaluate all the information and make the decision. A theoretical study of principles which the manager has studied as theory in his administration classes will not secure for him for the results in practical. Definitely, the knowledge of management that had been studied as a principles or the theory is a valuable thing for the manager, but it cannot replace his managerial skills and the qualities. Hence, we can conduct the various experiments, and for a conclusion, so we conclude that management involves both the elements of science and art. Certain aspects make management to say that it is a science. certain other factors or the applications of the skills makes it is a art. So it is like a debate. Finally, whether management a profession. So I would say management is partly an art or partly an science. And when do you say it is a profession? So there are several factors to say that management is a profession. So this is a brief description that has been given to differentiate between it as a science or art. So to the discussion, management, science as well as an art. So finally, management as a profession. Why we say that management as a profession? So as I said, management uses several tools and techniques, research and consultancies. So it has a well-defined body of knowledge. That knowledge consists of all these things. So in that sense, we say that management, definitely it is a profession. It includes acquiring management. So simple example, when I said to say that management is a profession, so why do you prefer a MBA candidate right to manage some kind of work rather than a technical thing? Though he is not having a technical knowledge, you prefer some work has to be done where we have to control several people because he has a knowledge of managerial skills, at least theoretically that is being studied, that he can utilize it because he has studies management as a profession. Whereas when you say a technical thing, maybe he can write a program, but he has not studied management as a profession. Maybe he has studied management as a science. So to say that management is a profession, so definitely acquiring management education through a formal training is possible. You can acquire a degree from any one of the reputed management institutes to say that you have studied management as a profession. The same work that is being done by the management person who has acquired management skills as a profession through a degree or whatever, the same no representative can do it for a profession such as doctors and lawyers. So in that sense, I would say the management is a profession. So here a few of the points that to say that whether it is a management is a profession. Simple example, if I want to tell you, a degree in management does not by itself make an individual as a professional manager. Is it or not? If you say, if you take a degree in Bachelor of Engineering and not able to write a program, so can you just decide the status of an engineer? Same as if like a degree in management does not by itself make an individual or a professional manager, because the degree in philosophy make an individual a philosopher. Is it or not? In the same sense, the professional management is an achievement, not knowledge. By insisting or holding a degree, we are not forcing knowledge and completely overlooking skills. So this example may eliminate those individuals who may have highly skilled but do not have a required degree. Is it or not? So few people maybe are good in programming, maybe they don't have a degree. So similarly, people once certified as a professional on the basis of their academic degree would always remain professional despite their knowledge becoming obsolete in the later years. So it is a contradictory things that I just told you, the two things. Is it or not? The second point, what I said, people once certified as a professional on the basis of their academic degrees would always remain professionals, right? So we say that he is a qualified MBA, despite their knowledge becoming obsolete, that is not being utilized in the later years. So it is a contradicting and a conflicting thing to discuss whether it is a management, science, art, or a profession. So overall, management consists of certain part of the science, certain part of the art, and definitely it is a professional. So all of you can mark the attendance.